everybody, welcome to this week's weekly roundup. I do have a shorter list than last week, so bear with me and we'll try to get through the fun stuff. So first things first, fun and important is the election. So the special election for our assembly representative is July 13th, but in-person absentee voting has started and it's happening today. It won't happen Monday, but then it'll resume Tuesday, and that goes until July 9th. All you need is photo ID, and you can come in, cast your vote, or obviously cast your vote on July 13th as well. Lights and Sirens will be held next Tuesday. It's one of my favorite events that we host. It's just an awesome opportunity for our community to come in and meet our first responders, see the apparatus and the squads and the equipment that they work with, try it out a little bit, and just kind of learn a little bit more about the important work that they provide to our community. It's something I always enjoy taking my children to, so if you've never been, I really would encourage you to attend. If things work out right, the Flight for Life will come in and land the helicopter and then take off, and that's a really neat sight to see as well. So we are offering vaccine at this one, so J&J vaccine and Pfizer vaccine will be available from 5:30 to 7:30 in the pavilion if you're interested in that. On the recreation front, we have the new shelter at Clark Park is complete, and it's beautiful. I had the opportunity to drive by and see it, and it looks really nice. That shelter in particular was one that was constructed and donated with donations. So we're super happy to be able to offer another facility through our park system for rental. If you're interested in renting, you can just contact the Park and Rec office and they'll help you out with that. As a reminder, we also do have for reservation, I've talked about this and we actually posted about it yesterday because the photos were too good not to share, of people paddleboarding and kayaking on the river. You can get both of those through us. You can also do batting cages, pickleball courts, tennis courts. The list of things that you can rent through Park and Rec is vast, so hopefully we have something that catches your interest. Just on the programming side with Park and Rec, we're doing cardio kickboxing. We just launched grade school basketball camp, so that should be a fun one. I was able to do the grade school and middle school volleyball camp last night, and it was just awesome to be back on the court and talk to some young women who are interested in learning more about volleyball. We're doing the drone photography class, the Stay Home Alone class, which I know is a popular one, so you can check that one out on Rec Desk. And then we are offering a third session of swimming lessons. So all good opportunities for you. I've talked about Cart Park, and I'm going to mention it just one more time. Tuesdays we're at the Bounton Street apartment area, Wednesdays we're at Clark Park, and Thursdays we're over in the Clemens Street area. I saw and was able to work a little bit frankly with my kids at the 100th anniversary celebration for the Chamber. Cart Park was there, and there's so much cool stuff to play with. So if you can't get there to Cart Park with the kids in your life, send them down. We have some really awesome instructors that will help engage your kids in a fun way. The Main Street Task Force meets next Tuesday, and I'm calling this meeting out in particular. We've been meeting every 2 weeks, but this one in particular is important because they will be reviewing recommendations for Main Street and the side streets and kind of voting for the first time in earnest about the recommendations that will be kind of presented and vetted to the Public Works team and to the Public Works Committee and to the public. So if you're interested in hearing what those recommendations are, I would encourage you to join us on Tuesday at 11:30. That's over the lunch hour. We hold it just to 1 hour. It's both virtual and in person. We're also going to be talking about public engagement. So this is really where we need your feedback on what ways you think would be the most beneficial for us to share this information. At Public Safety and Welfare next week on Wednesday, I believe at 6 p.m. As a reminder, the public meeting notice is on the city website. We will be talking about a topic that gained some traction a couple of years ago and then kind of fizzled out a bit, and then we're bringing it back because there's been interest to do so. So at Public Safety and Welfare, we will be discussing the potentiality of ATV and UTV use on city streets. And I know there's one of you in particular that's been waiting for this meeting, so I hope you show up. But this will be an opportunity only to discuss the concept. We won't be taking any action, but we wanted to have a forum for it to come back up. So if this is of interest to you, this is the meeting for you to attend. And again, we're offering virtual and in person in the evening. So we're hopeful that that works well for you. At council next Tuesday, I don't normally talk about the council meeting, but in this one in particular, there's a ton of public hearings, and this is where you would come and provide us your input. So these public hearings are on some really great development in the community, which we talked about last week. And there also is going to be some action taken on the potentiality of raising our taxi rate. So pay attention to both of those and attend, again, virtual and in person if you can. I just talked a little bit about the development that will be happening in the community, and I just realized, this week we've done a lot of work with development, and I don't always bring it forward here because it's a long game. There are a lot of meetings, a lot of networking, a lot of reaching out that happens in between the lines every single day. But this week in particular, we did quite a bit with housing. So we continue to focus on bringing housing development of all kinds to the community. I had more meetings than I typically have in a week on just one topic this week, and they were on housing. So our focus is on housing, manufacturing, hotels, placemaking, which you've heard me talk about before. And then I've had the opportunity, which I'm so thankful for, to get back into our business community, large and small. And I'm touring their facilities, meeting with their executives and their labor force, and just saying, what do you need from the city? And the one thing that we're hearing, if you follow the news, you're going to hear it anywhere, but that we're hearing here obviously is about the availability of labor. And I'm not one that's very good at hearing problems and not solving them. Anyone in my life or on my team will attest to that. So we made some connections this week with some regional partners that we're hopeful will be able to kind of help us spearhead some efforts that we can do here locally in the short term, and then obviously a bigger picture project as well. So more to come on that. Street updates, which I know are very popular. So Water and Main Street will be open today. So the work is complete, but the barricades need to be pulled and a little bit of gravel may need to be tightened up. But I want to just mention one thing. So we're going to be opening that intersection right on Water and Main. It's going to be gravel. And you've heard me say this before. We only bring the paver in at a couple of times a year. So it's going to be open. And then when that paver comes back, we'll have to close it to do the paving of the trench. Air Park Drive, so this is again right by Walmart. The north lane was paved yesterday. I stopped out to see that during the process. We're going to keep it closed for the weekend, and then we should be shifting to the south lane of Air Park Drive. If the weather cooperates, that whole project could be buttoned up by next week. And then in really incredibly efficient fashion, I'm super proud of our city crews. The two homes across the street from City Hall are down, and the parking lot is graveled. So that parking lot is open and available for use. We have heard time and time again about the need for additional parking in the downtown. I'm not pretending like this is answering all those needs, but this is at least 15 more stalls that we're able to provide in the downtown. So kudos to our city team for getting that done so efficiently. And then last, I normally try to provide a good update for the weekend, but this weekend doesn't really need more than what the holiday is offering. So the fireworks are tomorrow, 9:30 at Riverside Park. The rain date, should we need it, I don't think we will, but should we need it, is Sunday. And then down at Riverside Park on both Saturday and Sunday is live music, food, just an opportunity for community engagement. The parade, as we all know, is back where it should be on the two traditional routes. This year we're on the 4th Street route, so down Main Street, 4th Street to Laverie into Riverside Park. That starts at 10 a.m. and I'm thrilled that Watertown TV will be broadcasting that live. We were able to pilot that a couple of years ago, and we're bringing it back this year. So if you can't attend the parade in person, watch our Facebook page for a link on how you can enjoy the parade live from the comfort of your home. So after the parade, there will be some events at Riverside Park. There's a wrestling event at 2 o'clock. Look, really the options are endless. And frankly, I've been super enthusiastic to see the events that our local businesses are putting on. It's awesome. So if you're interested in what our local businesses are offering, go to Watertown Tourism. They have a really nice listing of those events. So I think I caught everything. Oh, I do want to mention one thing. For the parade at the beginning, like we always do, there will be a donation of non-perishable food items. So you'll see the vehicle come down right before the parade starts. Please bring your non-perishable food items if you can and donate them to the food pantry. So I will be on the parade route. I hope to see you all there. My husband and our boys will be along as well, so give us a wave and say hi. We're so glad that we're able to be back in our traditional way celebrating the 4th of July and Independence Day. It's one that we all hold very dear to our hearts, myself included. So I'm excited for the weekend to see the community and celebrate the 4th of July. So have a good weekend, everybody. A safe weekend. We'll see you back next week.